of our presentation. So first, the company introduction, the business classifications, the marketplaces, mechanisms, and tools used in digital age, the role in managing information in an organization, the scope of retailing and business in digital era, examination of various defenses, and a business security and fraud protection mechanism in digital age. And all these concepts align with our company, Michael Hill. So I don't know if you guys know, Michael Hill, it's a jewelry global chain. So it's a New Zealand company founded in Whangarei, just some 40 km from here, if I'm not wrong. And was founded in 1979 in New Zealand. So currently they have more than 300 stores all around New Zealand, Canada, and Australia, with more than 2,600 permanent employees. They also have some part-time contractors for the part-time sales and everything. This is just the ones that's permanent in the company. So they have jewelry products with the range of products vary made rings, necklace, watches, charms, bracelets, and something more, of course. The girl is going to explain more about Michael Hill products later. And we have the most value of the company, which is the lifetime diamond warranty. So if you buy a ring with a diamond, you can have this follow-up for the rest of your life. So Michael Hill, a business they created in 2013, and they create their business to build a strong digital marketing platform. So now she's going to explain about the business classification and a couple later. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to continue with the e-business classification. So the electronic business can be distinguished by different classifications which depend on the nature of their interaction and communication with the clients. So first one is the business to business, business to consumer, consumer to business, and the consumer to consumer. Business to consumer, this classification mainly between the different companies where they exchange their product and services. Mean that transactions are mainly over the internet, intranet, and extranet, or private network. There are basic types of transactions which involve the sell side, buy side, and exchange. The sell side, the mainly from one side there is a one seller provider and many buyers. And the buy side relate to transaction of one buyer from many sellers. So exchange transaction involvement between many seller to many buyers. So Michael Hill doing a business between B2B as well. They sell their product to some local shops and they buy a gold from their suppliers and some of the worldwidely. So they support online process to promote their transaction and communications with customers. The second one is a business to consumer. This classification is presented from a business to a consumer, can be coordinate buyers utilizing the electronic devices. This classification performed from a B2C can be direct consumer using electronic tools. Michael Hill is the biggest jewelry retailer in the New Zealand, so they use their own website to represent their price, their promotions, and their newly products as well. So the third one is the C2B, consumer to business. This is approach in which client make an item or give a support of a business. The advantages of this model, the customer can choose a price for their product. This is the biggest benefit. They can fix price by their own desire. And the fourth one is a C2C. This model has the extension to encourage the exchange between shoppers. Employing that a purchaser can give an item or administration to another client. The majority of these exchanges are made absent much customs. So here's the e-business models. They are using a different types of e-business model to generate a revenue and promote their services and product worldwide. The first model is a revenue model. This is used for to generate a profit, and so they use to sell product online. Some different products are available on the physical store and the online store as well. So customer prefer to go their nearest one, so they can find their choice there. So there is more way to increase our revenue. These can be advertising fees, affiliation fees, subscription fees as well. The second one is online direct marketing. So this through the Michael Hill can they can increase the revenue to remove the third party which are intermediaries, because they have their own website. So they don't need any third party. They can advertise their product via their website. They can put the price, their promotions and sales on special occasions as well. Like e-tendering system, where company or government invite a supplier to provide a competitive offer to win a contract for a supply of their product, make a large volume or large profit. But Michael Hill don't do e-tendering here. E-marketplace, this model corresponds to a third party which sell customized product to customers. So the other one is a wire marketing. This is this is increase the awareness of the product and the services among the market or customers. These also generate a revenue for a company, because they mainly told to their local customer to advertise their product among their relatives, their nearest one, to their friends. Sometimes they recruit friends to do a survey or some special program, so they can know about the product. So they can they are using a wire marketing as well to generate more revenues. The other one is a social marketing. The Michael Hill has their own Facebook and Instagram accounts where they put their sales, like buy one get one sometimes, and their other promotions. On special occasions they are doing a 30% or 50% discount. So these are the social media where they can do a marketing. So here is the benefit and limitation and the impacts of the business. The benefit is this is easy to set up. Everyone can set up a business to stay at home. They don't need to go outside while online business, because they just can send emails to the customer, and they can also use the social media to set up easily. And this is a this also improve the cost effective, because this is a less expensive as well. While they have an online store, they can do in a limited time, and this is available also 24 hours and 7 days in a week. Impacts are development in the quantity of internet. Clients has likewise prompt generous development in the other advanced business. For example, web-based business and portable tables. So the impact is securities are lack of personal touch, because via online selling, customer can't check the price product. Sometimes when they receive the products, that is not a good quality. And so there is a lack of personal touch and lack of security as well. This is the issue of security and integrity, because when they take the detail of customers, sometimes hacker and stealer can store those details of the personal customer. And drawbacks, ethical concerns, high risk, sometimes shipment delay as well. It will take a time to the shipment, and they have to face some problems while waiting. The major drivers: Michael has a branch in New Zealand and global reach for selling and buying. Can drive company to find a business partners. They can find a business partners except of New Zealand or worldwide anywhere, so which can reduce the cost for them. And Michael has a digital catalog, so they can compare the price and and products, because customers can use a different companies search engine as well, so they can compare the price for both and they can give a preference to the best one. So the next part gonna continue to you.
Good morning, teacher and my dear friends. My name is Poonam and today I am here to continue the presentation on Michael Hill. My topic is e-market participants and the components. E-market has basically two main participants, customers and sellers. Customers are also called the end user, and they are very important for any business because customers are those who buy their products, and all the growth of the business also depends upon the feedback of the customers. The next one is the sellers. Michael Hill is very vast organization and they sell their ornaments directly to end users instead of taking the help of sellers or instead of going through any medium. The next one is the product and services. Michael Hill is a very vital product offered by Michael, very branded products which are offered by the Michael Hill, such as necklace, rings, studs, charms, and many more. And the services which are presented by the Michael Hill are diamond and bridal experts in all stores of the Michael Hill, free jewelry cleaning, gift cards for their customers, financing and credit options for flexible purchasing. And the last one is the lifetime services available through professional card plan of Michael Hill, and the very important service which is provided by the Michael Hill is nearby purchasing. Next is the infrastructure. Infrastructure is basically the combination of three main components: hardware, software, and the data, which all three components are entirely used by the business partners, employees, and the customers of the Michael Hill. The front end is basically visible, and it is the place where customers and the employees of the Michael Hill can create interaction between both of them. Backend, it is not visible to the end users, and it's just behind the front end. It basically consists the inventory, fulfillment, purchasing from the suppliers, payment, and packaging and delivery towards the customers. Intermediaries. As I said earlier that Michael Hill do not use any medium or intermediators to sell their products towards the customer. Michael Hill is directly selling their products to customer. Next one is the interaction between storefront and malls. Storefront is like a small place where more residential and personal things are sold, like establishment of the single retail business, whereas mall is a complex, is a combination of big buildings where a variety of products of the Michael Hill is sold under a single roof. Next one is the portals which are used by the Michael Hill. The first one is the corporate portal. It is basically used by the, we can say, the staff members of the Michael Hill for specific information, like to gain the information, internally gain the information about the Michael Hill, and if they want to do some changes about the Michael Hill, then they can use corporate portal. The next one is the publishing portal. Publishing portal is just like to publish the products of the Michael Hill, which is also used by the employees of the Michael Hill, like we can say through advertisements, they can publish through magazines, they can publish their products and can lure the customers towards their business. Next one is the personal portal. For example, if the customer of the Michael Hill want to get more knowledge about the products and services of the Michael Hill, then they can also create personally their account and can get the password. So they can also get the information about the offers and the services, and also gain the updated knowledge about the Michael Hill. Next to our mobile portal and the voice portal, these two portals which are not used by the Michael Hill. Last one is the knowledge portal. This portal is also used by the employees of the Michael Hill to gather the information more about the Michael Hill, because nowadays the competition is going at the peak point. So it's very important to take place in the competitor area to gain more and more knowledge about their products at the national as well as the international level, to enhance their growth in, nationally and international level. Next one is the e-auction. It is a process of buying and selling the products of the Michael Hill by offering them up for bidding, then taking bids, and then selling their products towards the higher bids. But as the Michael Hill is selling their branded products and Michael Hill is not using the e-auction, then the security issues and the challenges. Security issues like security issue will take place due to the maintenance of the product and services as well as other operations of the Michael Hill. The first security issue is integrity. Integrity means the unauthorized people can't do any alteration on or changes in the operations and any type of the information of the Michael Hill. If any unauthorized people will do this, then it will create a critical problem for the managers and the employees of the Michael Hill. The next one is the non-repudiation. Non-repudiation means if the top managers of the Michael Hill do any changes in the products, services and offers and any other type of the knowledge of products about the Michael Hill, then both customers as well as the employers of the Michael Hill should accept these rules and restrictions which imposed by the employers. Otherwise, it will also become a critical problem for Michael Hill. The challenges which Michael Hill have. The first one is the protection of hackers, and second one is the imposed restrictions and rules. These two challenges are mainly imposed by the Michael Hill to protect their information from the hackers, as well as these challenges are those factors through which the Michael Hill can enhance their business worldwide. The next topic is
information system. Thank you. Hello everyone. I'm going to talk now about information system. So, information system is useful for processing and disseminate information for the business. Michael Hill used this information technology to respond rapidly and change customer demand, analyze the data, and achieve high levels of operation efficiency. Now I'm going to talk about types of information system used by Michael Hill. The first one is TPS, Transaction Processing System. Help Michael Hill manage to answer routine questions and track the follower of transactions. For example, they can analyze the sales, the receipts, cash deposits, payroll, and credit decisions. Yes. The second one is MIS, Management Information System. Help Michael Hill monitoring, controlling, and do administration activities. So, in this process, Michael Hill can allow the employers to share information around the world. For example, Michael Hill are in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. And these employees have to talk with each other and share some information. They can use MIS to put these information, and New Zealand, like the New Zealand office, will receive all these information. more long time, for example, 1 year or 6 months, they can have some decisions from these information collected from TPS and MIS or external source. The last one is ESS, Executive Support Systems, have microhill managers to take long-term decisions, like 5 years or more. They receive information from TPS, MIS, and DSS, and external resource too. Now I'm going to analyze the Kinologic management used by microhill. After our analysis, we conclude they use 2 types of Kinologic. The first one is externalization. It refers to transfer Kinologic from the minds of its holders into external repository. So, for example, microhill have education center. When you go, and here in this page, they put a lot of information about diamonds and jewelry. When you go to the Google and you want to search about like, oh, how a ring is made, you can go straight to this page. It's one of the first on Google when you search about kind of jewelry things here in New Zealand. I tried it. So I understood microhill offered this externalization Kinologic for their customers. You can go there and you can know about the process of jewelry. The second one is intermediation. Intermediation, thank you. So, it refers to transfer Kinologic between an appropriate Kinologic provider and a Kinologic seeker. I understood, for example, a jewelry he knows about jewelry, and the copyright of microhill, who wrote the education center, go there and ask him about the information about jewelry. So this guy, he is like the Kinologic provider. He will share his information for the Kinologic seeker, the journalist or the copyright, and then this information will pass for the education center, and this happen again. Like when someone search for the information, they will find on microhill web page. Ethical consent. microhill, he care about the private information of their customers. So on their website, we can find this page here, privacy at microhill, when you can see how and when we collect personal information, how we use disclosed personal information, how we keep personal information secure, accurate up to date, how an individual can request access to correction of the personal information. So they are so clear about everything here. You can click and you go to another page that will be really clear about how they use the personal information. So I think they are, I never saw this before. I tried to find it on another website. This is like in 2 pages I found something about that. They are sharing how they use so clearly the information. Normally they don't share a lot. They just have like one line, like, oh, we secure, we don't have to use your personal information to other systems, but they are really clear about that. So now I'm gonna talk about the principal methodologies used by microhill. The first one is traditional system development life cycle, or waterfall. So in this step here, everyone has like one job, and like just can go to analysis when they finish here. So this is not good because we analyze, because if they have a problem here in design, they have to start everything again. So they can lose a lot of time. Could be something more agile, more fast. So we think this is not the best type of methodology for the use on microhill. The second one is prototype. They identify the user-based requirements, develop an initial prototype, use the prototype, and release and use the prototype. Same as waterfall, you can have a lot of problems in the middle, and then you have to back and start everything. It's not fast, and it's not like modern for nowadays and for e-business. And the second one, the last one we think is the best one, is agile methods, is software developer into which requirement and solution involve method of collaborative effort. So everybody work together to do a good system. So I think this one is the best one because everybody work together and you don't have to start like, if something is roam here, you don't have to start everything. People talk with each other and they see when they are doing well. So now maybe we'll continue our presentation. Thank you so much.
Hello again. So now I'm going to talk about the scope of retailing in a business and digital era. So if you guys see in here this graphic, is the total online shopping on the past years, starting for 2013 to the future. If you see, the online sales are growing, which is pretty good for e-commerce, so all the business can go well. So as the Bank of New Zealand, BNZ, publishing their annual reports this year, as the growth of online retail is 6% in comparison of last year. So if you apply this in Michael Hill and the online services are growing 6% this year in comparison from last year, that means that they are having more revenue than the last year. So they can rely more in online sales because the projection is going well. So I think Michael Hill can go deeply in e-commerce because can have more profit. Also here, the total growth in actual retail sales between 2000 and 2018. So all these categories in here, we choose Michael Hill this one, which is clothing, footwear, and personal accessories. Personal accessories can also identify as jewelry. So there's a growth of 105% in this almost 20 years. So that means that Michael Hill is on the right market and they can actually make more money with their commerce right now. So for e-tailing business models, we have mail orders. Mail orders are seller promote with online catalogs or magazines to persuade the customer to make a purchase and get mail delivery. So Michael Hill have online exclusive deals. So you go to the website, they have just unique line for who can purchase on the website. So me as a customer going there, I'm gonna buy something, and of course I'm gonna use the mail order as delivery. And they also have free shipping for orders up to $100. So mail orders is a business model very used by Michael Hill because all their online purchase is delivery to your home or wherever. So we have PurePlay. PurePlay is a company that operates online and also a focus exclusive in a product or a service line. As we search, Michael Hill cannot rely just on PurePlay because Taylor, ex-Michael Hill CEO, he said that last year they have 85% growth in their sales. However, that impacts just 3% revenue online. So that means that Michael Hill, a business, is just a short revenue from the total sale in store and online. So I think they can, as my suggestion, I think they can try to promote more the business so they can increase even more their revenue because the business is just a small piece of what they are doing. And also Michael Hill have a big range of collections and lines, so they cannot rely just on PurePlay because they have different segmentations. So they cannot just focus in one specifically service or product. And here we have Click and Mortar, which is the one that Michael Hill are using now, which they have physical stores and online. So Michael Hill have more than 300 stores worldwide. So, and also they have e-commerce and they have 3 different websites. One focused just for New Zealand, one for Canada and from Australia. They closed their stores in the United States last year, so they also closed their e-commerce there as well. So for online service, we have a few options that was in our project, which was banking, tourism, real estate, travel, and health. However, to not be very repetitive, and the online service of banking is the only one that actually applied for Michael Hill, where online payments are made through the website. So for Michael Hill, they use payment options as Visa and MasterCard, credits and debits, and they also have American Express, and they use online payments like PayPal and Afterpay. So Afterpay you can split payments, which make easier for everybody who really wants a jewelry but cannot afford in that moment. So online service, the payment service are the only one in this kind of business that apply more in Michael Hill. And personalization in a business. So Michael Hill has a very big famous range of product, which is diamonds. If you want to get married and you are looking for engagement ring, Michael Hill can do a very personalized ring for you. And you can choose the cut, you can choose color, carat, and clarity of your diamond. So that's going to be unique for you. You can use the color of the gold, you can use the size. All these kind of things make a very big difference in a business, because you're not just going in their store or online and just picking a jewelry that is already made. You are doing the whole process, you are making these moments more valuable. So this kind of personalization makes a lot of difference in the business. So in here in satisfaction, I put 2 reviews that I found in Google reviews, which are very good. So both of them are very happy with the customer service provided in store, which makes very good deal for Michael Hill, because they approach a very good training and coaching process in their sales assistant. So if you are looking for work in Michael Hill, they do a very big training about gemstones, diamonds, golds, all these kind of products that they sell. So when you go in store, you can also have a little bit more knowledge of this, how works the jewelry and what's going to be suitable for your needs. But online, as Marina told you guys, we have the education center, so you can learn more about how the diamond's made. You can learn more. You're not just going to the e-commerce to buy, you actually are going to learn more things with them. So this is an exchange, it's a very good experience. You can go to website to browse, and of course you can make a purchase. That can be a double deal. For trust. So Michael Hill it's been part of Responsible Jewelry Council. Before to do this work, I didn't know that they have a council for jewelry, but they do. And for the company that sells very expensive products, it's very important to have these kind of titles in the company, because this council is responsible for ethical, human rights, social, and environment practices. So that makes so much more valuable for the business, that if you go there, you're gonna buy something or buy online, you know that it's gonna arrive a real diamond. That is not a fake company, that they are not joking with a customer, it's not any online scams. So you can actually trust in the company, because they have all the rights by the government, and they offer a lifetime diamond warranty. So that is a way to trust in the business, because you are not buying something for a short time. You are buying something that you can keep taking care of all your life. You can have a ring for generations. So for example, if a grandmother bought a ring and then her grandchildren have married, so they can go to Michael Hill, they can resize the ring, they can polish the diamond, everything for free. So this is not gonna end this relationship. It's a partnership for a long time. So I think that's the most valuable business for Michael Hill. Now the girls are gonna explain for the measure techniques attacks. Thank you.
Hello friends. Now I'm going to talk about some major technical attacks. These are the virus, worms, denial of service attacks, web server, hijacking, phishing, botnets, and the last one is the financial fraud and spams. The viruses are basically written program code which are generated within the system like software. If like Michael Hill want to gain any type of knowledge, like want to transfer the knowledge or any type of information from one system to another system, then the virus may attack in their system if there is any virus in the last or the previous system. The second one is the worms. These are like a virus, but these these are also the computer programs which are just leave the copy of the virus in the last system. There is no any interaction of the human beings. The next one is the denial of services attack. Like for example, if any other people using any another software, they are going he is going to change any information, any login ID and password in the Michael Hill, then he can do. But at the original system, if the authorized people sit and want to log in their ID and log in their system, then he or she can't do this, because there will be an option you can't do this, like unauthorized user like this. So denial of service falls in that type of category. The next one is the phishing. Phishing is like fraud mails which we are usually getting in our daily life. Some of the evil tones of the Michael Hill, who can send the fraud mails to you about the Michael Hill, like click on this link and you will get this, like about there will be some fake knowledge about the Michael Hill. So that is called the phishing. The next one is the financial fraud and the spams. Like it's little bit similar to the phishing, that you will get the mail or the message from the evil tone of the Michael Hill, that click on this link and you won the prize, and it may be some financial amount, but it's not the original from the Michael Hill. It's just like the fake organization as with the similar name. It's called the financial fraud and the spams. The web server hijacking, like it's like to changes in the information or any type of the login page and many more things about the Michael Hill. It is done through the advertisements, online advertisements, and web server hijacking is just do with the help of the unauthorized people instead of the intended user. But all the changes cannot be appear in front of the intended user while they are not logged in their system. The next one is the botnet. The botnet viruses are the combination of the phishing and the worms. It's also a software virus which takes place inside the system, and it will also very critical virus for the Michael Hill's operation.
Hello. These are some defense methods to secure their data or information which are used by Michael Hill to secure their system. The first is a firewall. This is a defense mechanism, can be a private, can be a physical, or can be a virtual. So they set up a firewall in their new network, so unauthorized user can't access to their new network because they are facing some integrity and security issue. So when they try to log in before this firewall, anyone can access their system and they can steal the information and hack their personal information for their regular customers. So they set up a new firewall, so only authorized or authenticated user can access to this. Access control are those control which are placed on the entry, for example biometric scan and fingerprints. So these are also a security policies which can control the security issues which are facing by the Michael Hill. Intrusion detection system is a sort of security program intended to naturally caution administration when a person or thing is attempting to bargain the data framework through malicious software or through a security arrangement environments. These are also this is also one is the major defense method they are using to prevent their security issues. Encryption, most recent encryption invention to test your data. So encryption is a form there is there to change the form of data. So only sender and receiver can read the data. So there is the one specific key or password which they can log in and then read the data. No one else can encrypt the data because the form of data is not readable for them. So basically encryption are two types, metric and asymmetric. So Michael will use asymmetric encryption, which is more secure. Honeypots are traps which are set to detect attempt at any unauthorized use of an information system, which a view of learning from the attacks to further improve computer securities. Honeypots are also two types, research honeypots and production honeypots. So these are the some defense methods which are security policies as well, which are accepted by the Michael Hill to reduce their security issues. So last part we're now going to discuss.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about examine how management can implement e-business security successfully. So the first step is perform a risk assessment. How is like Michael Hill is like e-business? The customer put a lot of information, for example, personal information or bank information. So the Michael Hill has to know the areas that they can have problem and leak the information of the customers. The second step is develop a security policy. Michael Hill has to make questions like, who generates and controls the information is found in the risk assessment? What existing security policies are in the place to protect the information? What level of risk are Michael Hill to accept? The next step is develop an implementing plan. So in this step, Michael Hill has to train and educate the employees and make sure the company workers are aware of security threats and breakdowns. The third step is create a security organization. The company needs to be sure that its users are accessing the right page. Like they have to know if the user are not accessing like a page that is just for internal services. They have to sure everything is clear and everybody is accessing the right page. Then the last step is perform a security audit. At this last step, the company has to review of access logs and inside in how outside are using the site and how inside are accessing the site. It's quite the same. So they have to have sure about who is accessing their site and if they are going to the right part or not. So is that, thank you.
So in our suggestion, we think that Michael Hill is doing very well in their business. Of course, that in-store is where they generate more profit, but if they keep going, as I showed the graphic, that the online sales are growing very well. So if Michael Hill just focus, increase their online markets, I think they're can maybe merge in just online service in the future. Thank you.
See, 1 minute.